And yes, I don't know if we're sticking with that as the intro, but hey, we gotta do an intro. So that's what we're working with right now. If you're new here, I'm Black Soul. We make Genshin, Honkai, Persona, Kingdom Hearts, you know, stuff, content, and you can just call me Soul if you want. That's fine. Hello, hello, everyone. I actually can't wait to do the Ningguang Hangout because I've been wanting to do it forever. I've already unlocked it. It's ready to go. Hi, Abby! What's up? Haven't seen you in forever. Mainly because I was sick the last week and didn't really stream that much. Oh, it's up at the Jade Chamber. Of course it is. How are you? How are you? Oh, maybe we should not do the hangout like right away. Let's spend some resin real quick. Um, just because we're at full because I haven't played today yet. So, I just want to spend that real quick. A lot better, like I said. I was sick from like Friday to like I guess Sunday, maybe Thursday, something like that. Um, so I wasn't able to stream. So we're doing a couple of makeup streams this week. Like we're doing like a 4-hour Persona stream tomorrow. I need to go catch butterflies. And no, it wasn't COVID. I was just, it was like a head cold. I also today I would like to talk about, before I forget, I want to talk about a little bit about Yai. I want to talk about Ayato. I want to talk about the new area. I know we touched a little bit on it yesterday, but it was a kind of a short stream. My voice was still like gone, so just want to catch the butterflies first. Crisps? Like the chip? Or like, and I don't really know. I guess like the normal ones, probably. I don't really eat chips and stuff like that very often. Um, I'm a swimmer, so I'm on a very strict diet most of the time. So I don't really eat snacks much. I kind of break the diet when it comes to chocolate sometimes, though. I feel kind of bad about it. Protein. It's a very sad life I live. Oh, did we cut out? Abby, you still there? Oh no, I think my brother... Yeah, my brother just restarted the internet. Are we still live? Because my phone's not even coming up. Testing, testing. Okay. I have an antenna for my TV, so it has its own, like, internet. And it runs off my computer. But, it's not the best. so if our normal internet goes down, sometimes so does the stream. Let's go do the ice domain, spend this resin, because we still need the better cup for Ayaka and pretty much everything for Ganyu. And then after that, we're going to do Ningguang's Hangout, which I'm super excited for, and I've been waiting to do forever. Alright, so now while we're doing the domain, I want to talk a little bit about Yai. I talked about this yesterday a little bit. I will be pulling for her, but I'm only putting enough in for a guaranteed 5-star. So, like 90 pulls. If I don't get, Yai, I am not going to worry about it because I am really saving for C2 Raiden, because I have C1. Super bummed that I didn't get C2. And I also kind of want Kokomine. I really want Yai, but at the same time, I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on a game. Just how it is.
Illusion shattered.
And yes, I actually do like Ayato's design, and there's a reason for that, and I will talk about it in a second. No, I'm frozen. I really should have brought Bennett and Zhongli for this. Because Toma's still work in progress. I really do love Ayato's design. He is based, you can tell he's based off of Lyle from Honkai. He's from a post-Honkai Odyssey, and dude, look at this feather. Let's go, we got a good piece. Post-Honkai Odyssey Part 2. He has like the same face. Ayato's of course a little taller. He has a little bit of the same hair, except for Ayato's is, I guess, longer, like on the side. And comes down. And I think it matches him really well because of that. What do you mean for once? Is it really bad that I already forget what I said earlier? I think it fits his personality quite well because of...
You want me on your team?
A walk would be nice.
Lyle is such a cunning character, and he's so clever and so smart, but he doesn't let himself be, like, known for that. Outwardly, he's very kind and very, like, sly. Feather? And he's like, you know, very cunning, but he doesn't really like show it. He's very serious to Branya because she's his leader. Like she's smart enough to know not to joke with her. And Ayato is supposed to be a very joking but smart character. And the fact that they look so much alike, it kind of makes sense to me. It kind of fits really well. So I'm kind of excited for Ayato because Lyle is hilarious. Because he's the smartest person in the room, but he doesn't act like it. Except for when it comes to Branya, because Branya's always the smartest person in the room. Yeah, that team just works a little better. And I also wanted to mention this, because I thought this was really cool. So, Honkai's version of Yai Miko is called Yai Sakura, and last year she had an event that was completely based around her lightning skin, and they are bringing back that skin no, I guess not skin, battlesuit. They're bringing back that battlesuit and that event, completely based around Yai Sakura Lightning, like the ninja form, the same time, literally 2 days apart from Yai Miko, the banner coming out. I thought that was really, really cool. It's just like this nice little like tie-in, I guess. Because they really are the same person. Yai Miko and Yai Sakura are like some of the closest like comparisons in Honkai. Oh, you don't?
Solidify.
Which one are you running? Because which one don't you like? Or just like all of them for her personality, or because there's her normal physical skin and then then there's her fire skin, her battlesuit, and then her ice battlesuit is one of the, I think, one of the most fun battlesuits in the game. That isn't like a Hersher, and then, ooh, well, it kind of sucks. And there's the lightning one, which is kind of fun. Well, there's two free ones. There's two free ones, and one of them is the lightning ninja one, which you get after 6 days or something. And then there's the fire one, which you get from just doing the beginner stuff. After you get like Yamabuki armor and divine prayer, I think you get her, the fire one. And you guys, and I think she really plays this as a support because she's very synergized with this lightning support weapon. I really messed up my rotation there, but it's okay.
Solidify. This is order.
And I know both of them aren't like the best battlesuits in the game, but I've seen people out damage my Hersher of Thunder with the Lightning Yai Sakura. So my Hersher of Thunder has 2 of her stigmas and her weapon, and she's level 75, so that's pretty hard to do. It all depends on if you have really good equipment, if you're refining your stigmata, not just leveling them. Kind of like how Genshin, when you roll, when you level up your stats, they roll. You gotta level up the stigmas. I'm pretty sure that's a bot. Hi, Mr. Bot. It's nice to meet you. Always a pleasure. Thomas was online today. I'm gonna message him. Can you not message? But at the same time, it's, you know, fine. But at the beginning of but here's the thing. At the beginning of the game when you first start, she's not the best. The characters that are free, if you're not like spending money on Honkai, I definitely recommend you level, is Yamabuki armor, which is the Bronya with the shield. She is one of the best supports in the game. Swallowtail Phantasm Sealy, which is the free one you get at the beginning. She is one of the best free-to-play Valkyries in the game. She can do amazing burst damage. She's overall very, very good. She's not great for endgame, but endgame's not till like level 80, so you're fine. Divine Prayer is a very good support because she's one of the only characters in the game that does passive healing and passive well, she's one of the only characters in the game that does healing, but she also does passive breach, which allows you to break enemy defense. But she's really not used very often because you don't really need a healer if you have a shield user. If you're using a physical character like Celia a lot, I would definitely go for Carol pieces in the shop. She is a physical support and she is amazing. We're gonna start now, by the way. I think you were the one who told me that Ningguang has her skin on in this. I'm super excited. Let's go. I love Ningguang. She's so pretty. Alright, let's go.
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
I kind of figured, but...
Great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise.
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here. This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
What happened?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
So you thought of me?
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you.
I mean, we spent more time with Ningguang than pretty much anyone else.
Of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative. This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
For the first time, I'm actually kind of happy that Ningguang's like a 4-star because we can do the hangout with her. Otherwise, she would just have that one quest, you know? That would kind of suck.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
If I have what it takes, I'll do it.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips,
beating
gathering
people
pertinent
up?
information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
If you have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
That's, wow.
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your judgment. All right. Please proceed to the office. Bai She will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go.
For a second there, I thought you said Baiju. Alright, before we get further in the quest, because it will be... a little bit. Before we get further in the hangout, and it will be all about Ningguang, I do want to touch a little bit about the Ayato controversy. Why does everyone think he's gay just because he has long sleeves? I get, like, that whole point, but that was, like, literally a one-off comment from some random person. He has long sleeves because it shows the importance of character of people in Chinese culture, or not Chinese, Japanese culture. Look at Raiden Shogun. Long sleeves because she is in charge of our nation. He is the head of his house, so he has long sleeves. The only reason Ayaka doesn't, yeah, like, it kind of, like, really makes me mad. Like, everyone's hating on him because of a design choice that makes perfect sense. People don't, like, actually look into things, they just hate people, and it really starting to make me mad because every character besides, like, Raiden Shogun and Yaimiko, everyone has said they were going to suck and that they hate them before they were released, but we haven't even seen his 3D model yet. We haven't seen his playstyle. We don't know anything about his personality. So why do people shit talk him? Like, seriously, it kind of makes me mad. That's all I wanted to say about it. Let's go into the Ningguang stuff. Sorry, I just had to do a little rant somewhere in the video.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of Twitter, I'm on Twitter as Blacksoul, at Blacksoul, or ELTOR1123, Eltor1123. I post when I'm going to go live, my thoughts and theories on Twitter, and I also post art and stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, you are more than welcome to. If not, that's fine. I just go into more stuff on Twitter than I do on my streams usually.
As a member of the Liu Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential. My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Oh my god, she's creepy. Your eyes are literally sparkling right now.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
She's in love with Ningguang. Bashi X Ningguang, guys.
Baisha has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties. All in a day's work for the traveler, Great, then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties. Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and... Yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation.
How long is this hangout?
Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals.
Kuching!
Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Hold up. Do I really have to understand Ningguang's work in all this detail just to organize her schedule?
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum
That was
of
so
potential
random, and I
issues
love
that
you
can
for it,
arise.
Abby. That is so sad, but I understand. I have a dog. Her name is Mocha, and she will literally, if you like even like have your food close like to the side of the table, she'll just literally run, jump up and grab it and walk away. If you leave something on the counter where she can reach it, she'll stand up and try to get it as soon as you turn your back.
Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
She's not gonna keep going on like this, is she? No, I think I'm good.
Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's
I think I know how to approach it.
Already? Wow, you're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
I can imagine myself saying I'll do my best while saluting her.
I'm grateful for your
I'll
assistance.
do my best.
Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have, if anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Alright, time to make a serious effort. I could have said like the whole thing about like eat, wash up, change, get ready, go out, meet business. Okay.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle.
What can I say? I'm a blonde genius. Don't get those very often, but thank you very
Excellent work.
much.
You've got quite a knack for this. Please be
Too
here at the
kind.
Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule.
Yes,
With
she
you
did.
helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Can I not sit in her chair? Like you can with jeans? The Raiden Shogun has conquered Inazuma. Mwahaha. Alright. It said 7 to 8 the next day. I was gonna say something, but I honestly can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, both Haxor Bunny Branya and Adult Branya Silverwing are getting new skins roughly around the same time that the Sakura event comes out. I think Haxor Bunnies is probably going to be with Sakura's event for free, and then Silverwings you'll probably have to pay for, which I'm really hoping isn't true, because guess what? I spent like $25 on Raiden Maze. They make the names too similar. Why can't they just call them the same name? Purple like New Year skin or whatever in Honkai, and I don't regret it, but at the same time I kind of regret it.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
The same
That's
as usual.
good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. Now then, the schedule.
It
Let's
is
see
a
what you have for me
scam,
today.
but I knew it was a scam and I did it anyway. So,
Item 1.
says
Lunch
more
at
about
Leo
me than the
Pavilion
game.
With Mesua Chiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation.
Is she a
I
friend
need
of
to
yours?
make sure I'm well prepared for this. No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
It's just lunch. What exactly do you need to prepare?
She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth.
More like the opposite, but hey, what can I say? It's a skin that makes her look almost identical to the Raiden Shogun. Like, her whole outfit is purple. Except for, like, you know, the horns and the fact that she rides a dragon, but, you know, whatever. um, I guess it makes her look more like the Raiden Shogun's new raid boss, which looks so much like uh, the Raiden Mei from Honkai, Her Share of Thunder, that is just like perfect. I really hope we get some version of that as a skin for the Raiden Shogun, because that would be perfect.
Otherwise, tens of millions of Mora is rather a high price for lunch. Even one at Lioli Pavilion. Well,
Tens of
that's
millions.
right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
It's like an investment.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much
I love
my
her voice.
insight is worth in terms
I
of
don't even
Mora,
care what she's talking about.
everyone has. You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora.
Yeah, no. If that was the price, like, I'd never speak to her again. I love her, but hey, let's be real. She's not even my top 5 favorite characters. So, just saying, it definitely goes Xiao, Shenhe, Raiden. Oh man, this is hard. Man, I actually don't know. There's so many characters that I love. I guess Klee, she's adorable and explosive. And I also really love Albedo, but also at the same time, I really love Goro, so it's like a hard choice.
There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Kaya, didn't you not to think about it? I definitely think he's gonna betray us. He's just too shady.
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I just picked the same time slot.
I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you. Is someone literally setting us up on
What
a
do you
date with
think?
Ningguang?
Is the food to your liking?
I ate so much more than I intended to.
Don't forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Dude, if Paimon were here, she'd be like drowning in food. Do you usually... Oh my gosh, I butchered that. Do you usually eat breakfast with your
On
secretaries?
occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here.
True. I mean, that is true.
I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I mean, I'm not a terrible chef, but still.
Relax, I'm just joking. But I sure probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
Oh, as good as the chingsa and... Really?
Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working.
Dude, my breakfast every day is usually like coffee or an energy drink.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
done
usually eat
eating.
breakfast.
We should get ready, then head off to Liali Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please? I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits.
Trust me, I do. Like, Ningguang in this outfit is like a 6 out of 10 for me. She's elegant, she's pretty, but she's also just like doesn't stand out from a lot of the other Geo characters. But then in her new outfit, like 9 out of 10. It's like almost perfect.
I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her.
I just wish that the skins in Genshin were like the skins in Honkai, in which it changes the animations. What's up, Thomas? How are you? Hello, hello, hello. We're finally getting around to Ningguang's hangout.
Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Sorry I didn't get to do our Persona stream on Saturday. I was ill. I was like dead. So that's been rescheduled to tomorrow, just to let you know.
Hello, how may I help?
I'm here to fetch a change of clothes for Ningguang.
Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them. Here you are. Please give this to Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. They're all Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess.
Sounds like
That's why it
Ningguang
took
has
me a
a
little time to find
huge
this for
personal
you.
collection.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying
Thanks for coming to
either.
pick it up.
So I'm assuming it's like French or something. It sounds like it is. I don't speak that. My dog's going crazy upstairs. I don't know if you can hear her. If you can, I'm really sorry. She's a psycho sometimes.
Did you get it? Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Just hear like the sexy music
I
playing in the
believe you've
background
seen
as she
this
walks out
outfit
of her room.
before. It's one of my favorites. I don't think I asked you what you thought of it at the time, though. What do you think?
It's stunning.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Really? You look great in anything.
Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now I don't know whether to take what
Really?
you said
Good for
earlier
her.
seriously. I never knew you had such a mischievous side.
Is she free to play?
All right, let's head to Liali Pavilion.
I should really build my Diluc. I started to, but then I was like, nah, I got Hu Tao. I think I have Wolf's Gravestone too. And I just haven't built them. I even have a C1. Yeah, but I'm a little bit of a dolphin. I spend a little bit on every character. I don't wail for every character, but new at Pavilion. I I get excited when I get gold, but I think that's kind of like also the bad thing about, you know, spending a little money. Like when I was pulling for Zhao, like I was like not excited because I know I was gonna get him either way. But when I was pulling for Shenhe, I only had like 20 pulls. And I got gold and I was super excited and it was Chi Chi and I cried. I don't know if you guys were here for that. That was like a few weeks ago. Um so that was a thing. But I think that video is still up. I should really cut it down just to like a wish video. And so I unfortunately did spend money and got Shenhe. Yes, on stream. Leave me alone. I wanted Shenhe without having to spend more money. Yes, we literally just had like a 10-20 minute conversation on him, Toma. You missed it. He looks a lot like Lyle from Honkai. He has the same like face, kind of same hairstyle. He seems like they're going to be very similar characters, where they're both like the smartest person in the room, but they don't act like it. They act very jokey and very like sassy. I feel like that's going to fit Ayato fairly well. You know what I mean? If he is based off of Lyle. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Oh my god, that's where my brain goes. Thomas, I'm sorry. People keep calling him gay because of his sleeves. Because some random person who doesn't understand Japanese culture said that long sleeves, which yes, is true, that females wear long sleeves to attract male at like high-end events. The male persuasion. But at the same time, anyone who is high-ranking in like Japanese like military, or they're like the emperor or anything, they have long sleeves. Raiden Shogun has long sleeves. Saga no Mio Kokomi has long sleeves because they're both the leader of their personal like, you know, she's the leader of her nation and Kokomi is the leader of the of Sangonomiya Island. Whereas Kamisato Ayato is the leader of his clan. Of course he's gonna have long sleeves. That's what people don't understand. That it's a it shows their rank, it shows their prestige, it shows their like royalty.
Lady Ningguang.
I'm gonna turn it up, guys, because both volume and my mic, because my dog.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare from me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat.
She looks
This is
so
the Traveler.
good.
I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too.
I know it's just a reused model, but it's kind of refreshing not to see just a random stick person.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the
Here's the
rumors
thing.
are true, then.
Here's the thing. A lot of people want him to be good with her. But I feel like they're also going to play the same roles unless Kamisato Ayato is a main DPS, and then you could have Ayaka as a burst support. But with the leaks that I've seen of Ayato, he definitely seems like I don't know if he's going to be a support burst DPS like Ayaka. We don't know anything about his kit to say that or not. People say, I haven't actually seen any of the leaks, but people talk about how he might change weapons, that he has a big burst like Ayaka. So if that's true, then maybe he'd be good as a freeze team. I mean, I hope he is. That would be a really cool thing to do. But I honestly can't say because we don't know anything about him yet. But I hope so.
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler, having a closer than average relationship. You
no.
haven't heard?
Nope.
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
Actually...
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, yes.
She is.
Well, there's nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle. The first one being the captain.
Let's go!
Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache.
That's the real ship. That's the real ship. You guys know I love that ship. Let's go.
I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental. I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, to see you.
Investment opportunities?
Snap, snap, snap.
Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible.
Fontaine's the Hydro
If
region,
the
right?
news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames?
I think it is. I can't remember the name of the pyro one, so I'm assuming yeah.
I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. so I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
In my opinion, there are many people around with
Axe.
ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but
Hit the
I
nail
believe
on the
there's
head.
too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment.
You think so too, huh?
At least do your research before you part with any money.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with. Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
I haven't actually
Now
seen
I
any
see
choices
why you were
yet.
able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
Nope, I'm finding it all very interesting.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
I'm a novice, but was able to follow because you explained everything so clearly.
That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly. If you are in need of Mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't
Nah.
wait to try out everything I've learned.
I'll just continue to slay monsters and gods and try to find my sister and go on adventures.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
If running a business was an option in this game, I would not do it. That sounds kind of boring.
Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
It just got bright. Don't worry about them. They're very capable. We have time to go check up on them if you want.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Meeting with the informants.
Ah, okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Gotta get them presents. I'm actually really excited to do you and Jin's hangout too. I don't know when we're gonna do that. I probably would say this Sunday, but I can't make any promises because I don't know how long. They take very long. Wait, really? Is that true? If so, that sounds like amazingly fun.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Sorry, it's not done. I broke it more.
Very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care.
Is it something very valuable?
Yes, and no.
She's gonna say it's personally valuable, but money-wise, no.
You probably imagine that Ningxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
True, that's my
The
impression.
workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work. Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother. My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
The thought of useful intel only could be bought with Mora.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right.
I figured it was a joke, Thomas, but you really got my hopes up. Like, I thought we were actually gonna, like, throw rocks like we were throwing beams at Ito.
But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd. And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them.
Her eyes pop so much in that dress. It's so cool.
Thank you for the repair, Xingqi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Precious comb. We did a little bit of artifact grinding for Ganyu, and I actually got a really good feather. Kind of excited about that one. They're children. She is a child laborist. Oh my god. It's always the children.
Hi, Auntie Ningguang.
Hello, my dears.
It's Game of Thrones up
It's been
in
a
this
long
beat.
time, hasn't it?
The informants are children?
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic. It turned out that they delivered the goods.
It was
and thoroughly
Ningguang
enjoyed
all
themselves while they were at
along.
it.
Dun
So,
dun dun.
It was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
I didn't know it would have such a profound impact.
Well, this is a dramatic change. Unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
It was always the quiet one. The quiet one is the one who stole all the fireworks. I'm calling it.
Yep, I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They look really full this time.
Does anyone else see Xiangling in the background?
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
How can you
The
tell?
heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship
Wait,
to ship.
seriously?
But
Oh my gosh, she is there.
Taught me how to do it. I can tell with just one look.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
That's the opposite of what Ningguang's analyst found
Who
out.
did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do
I don't remember that either.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
She kind of sounds like Klee.
It was just a small favor, really.
When Klee's sad.
Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy.
And how
to
old are
remember
these children?
about
Because they act like they're 5.
comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
Looks like there's a story here.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I...
True. Very true, Abby.
Sorry, I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you.
Dang, another
It
bot.
was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. What?
I must say, this is most intriguing.
Looks like someone is trying to scam you.
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you.
Tui.
Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said...
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Don't say it like that.
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me. I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
She's gonna murder him. Oh, those poor guys. She's gonna rain meteors down from the sky upon them. I'm assuming it's these two. Guess not. Is it these two?
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Kill him.
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it.
And she'd be in the right, too, because one, they're two grown-ups messing with the kid's head. She's a leader of her country. She could just be like, I'm gonna throw him in jail and then throw him in the ocean.
But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit.
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
And then they stopped.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could. But we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
And that's when you thought of Ningguang.
Oh yeah. As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
Your business analysis was correct.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
I mean, it is. You deserve it. Go to hell.
The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that.
You spent your life
All we want
savings
now is a chance
on
to start over.
a glow stick thing?
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands.
I mean, I get it's probably like
But
Koro or something,
we will need
but
a
still.
detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is zero.
But
Then
you
you're
also
free to
don't go
find another
bankrupt.
willing buyer.
Don't
But
freaking
if
complain.
you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business.
Snap,
You
snap.
took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
She's sassy. Yeah, with how long this one is, I doubt we're gonna be able to finish it today. So we might finish it Sunday. We'll probably do at least we're gonna finish this one, of course, and then maybe do like one or two more routes. It's a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Like Goro's was like every scenario was like very short. Hi, Zhongli.
We meet again, traveler. What a rare opportunity to meet with you here in Liyue during this finest of festivals, as busy as you are on your travels.
Happy Lantern Rite, how are you celebrating?
As you can see, I'm ambling the streets at my leisure, enjoying the sound of people chattering and birds chirping. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has been somewhat idle as of late, so I am presently unoccupied. When the director is out visiting friends, I take the opportunities to head out myself. Habit dictates that my first port of call is here, where I order myself a pot of tea and listen to the storyteller. At festival times, the storyteller will always select a few new passages that complement the spirit of the season. Most are variations on existing legends or accounts from folk history. Their historicity
I know exactly what you mean.
Then it seems you are becoming rather familiar with the storyteller at this establishment.
Yeah, but I never saw him
marches
here. He
forward
blends in.
People change. Traditions change. Lantern Rite is no exception. In times of old, Liyue was constantly at war. Today we live the things that refuse to be traveled.
Okay. Alright, Zhongli. I love you, Zhongli.
Not although I began with
you talk so much though. I just wanted to say hi. Like when you said Happy Lantern Rite to Kaching and stuff, and even Shinha, it was so short. Why was Zhongli's like 3 paragraphs?
We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Huh? Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Grown man groveling to a child.
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice. And yours alone.
No matter what your decision is, we support you.
Since it's all sorted out now, and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay.
Can we just like have Klee come in fish blast them?
But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with. Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Wait a second.
No waiting. Come on.
So full of energy.
We should go with them.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those 2 buffoons.
Good choice. I don't trust them either.
Useless. Boring.
Wait, really? Because I know Beto and Xinyan is right here. Abby, you're so dark. I love it.
Let me guess what you're thinking.
We have like the same mindset. Don't help them. Just murder them. It's much easier.
You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those 2 businessmen. Am I right?
I mean, it's not as bad, but...
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak.
You are Lady Ningguang after all.
But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of. and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves.
Ningguang's like a good aunt. When it comes to my nieces and nephews, they'll be like, to their parents, like, can we have a cookie? And they'll be like, no. And then if they ask me, I'll be like, shh, just don't tell your mom and dad.
I think that this is beneficial to them. Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself.
And yet you
Hopefully,
became
I
the
can
most, like,
pass on some of
wealthy
what I've
person in
learned.
all the world.
Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal. That deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising them to be your heirs?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old, and Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
You just see, like, the leader of your nation playing hide and seek with children.
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
That is really cute. That is very cute. Alright, so now we have to go to the quests, and then we go over... Oh, wait, not like that. Like this. And then like this. And then we go to Ningguang's. Get the ending rewards. And then we can see the other routes, I guess. Alright, well, let's do this one. Liyue Pavilion, and I guess it's like the one where you have to go check on her people or whatever. Her secretaries. I really hope there's one where we can just like blow off the schedule and hang out with her.
Sorry to have kept you.
Skip.
Oh, no.
Skip.
Great.
Skip.
This is the traveler.
Skip.
He happened to be
Skip.
in. Do you mind?
Skip.
Oh,
Skip.
not at all.
Skip.
I've always been... Oh, I'm Lord Chiao. That's what I wanted to ask.
Skip.
Rumors?
Skip.
No.
Skip.
You haven't heard? Come on. You must know
Skip.
that. And if you didn't have some sort of special
And the traveler is a national. Even putting aside my.
Oh.
I've heard all
You're
this. I
comparing-
do not
I've
care.
missed out
Let's
on
get
an
to the
amazing
auction.
Opportunity.
No.
Oh, but isn't there some...
If it were really that profitable, I had my secretary do some analysis. So I would advise.
I see.
In my opinion, there are long term.
You think so too? Huh? Okay. Maybe it'd...
Skip.
Lady Ningguang.
It's the only bad thing about the hangouts.
Now I see why you think clearly.
You actually have to get
You've
to
been
the option
listening for
again.
a while. Has it sparked an interest in the business? So you want to be my competitor? Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
I won't take up any more of your time.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
She was like way more happy in the end of that
Right
one.
then. Lunch is over. I'm a little concerned about the auction.
We have some time, and we can go check on them
Good.
if you
Then
want.
let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, come on. The auction is being held at Eugene Terrace.
Why? Gotta walk? That sucks. Question. Are you guys, now that you've seen Ayato, are you skipping Yai and going for Ayato? Or are you going for Raiden? Or Komi? Kokomi? Who's everyone going for? I mean, I'm still going for Yai and Raiden. I probably won't spend money on Ayato, but I'm still gonna try and get him. Because I feel like he's gonna be like the first, like, well, not really the first because we have Child, like main DPS Hydro, I was gonna say, but at the same time, we have Child, so not really.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
That's actually, you know, that's a really good plan. The only problem with that is, of course, Kokomi's weapon's going to be on that banner too. And Kokomi's weapon is one of those weapons that is only good for Kokomi. You can use it on Barbara, but at the same time, it's not the best for Barbara. Because Barbara scales with HP and Kokomi scales with healing bonus.
Yes.
But both
Just
is
in
good on
case
Barbara.
anything untoward happens.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you.
But have you attended an auction before?
I've watched one from the sidelines.
Well, would you like to participate this time?
Sure,
You
that
don't
should
have
be
to bid
quite
already
fun.
then.
I like how the
Feel
Traveler
free to
is
take
like
a look around the venue
so
before it
formal
kicks
with her. True. Like I said, my plan is going for both Yai. If I don't get her, I'll have max pity for, or I'll have the guaranteed for Raiden and not 50-50. And if I have Primo Gems left, of course I'll be pulling for something lightning. I can't remember what her weapon's name is. Is it swallow? It's not swallowing lightning. I can't remember what it's called.
Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
But I am definitely gonna go for her weapon. Engulfing lightning. That's what it's called. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew it was something like that. I like her. At the same time, though, like the only weapons I've ever pulled for are pole arms. But at the same time, her weapon is good for so many characters. So even if I'm not using Raiden, it's good for Xiangling. It's good for Zhongli. It's good for even characters like Toma. Anyone who needs energy recharge, it's really good for. It's just best on Raiden.
It's about time to start. Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off.
Before we start, I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
You really can't. Are these auction items generally very valuable?
That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think? Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Yes, you should look forward to it.
I'm gonna bid on those hairpins for Ningguang.
The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 mora. That's 10,000 mora for the teacup.
Never pay 10,000 more for something like that normally.
20,000.
People are crazy.
30,000.
50,000.
Wow, the bidding is fierce.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
120.
He seems very determined. I don't want to pick up.
Keep going now.
150 once.
180,000.
180 once. 180 twice. 180. Sold.
It's mine now.
I can't believe it went for 180.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next lot.
I can't wait for the traveler to just stand up. What? Is that his name?
You seem to be
I don't look at their names.
quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
Something fell off.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
Oh. Yeah, but those are just normal characters in names in China.
It wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much.
They just weirdly picked those ones. Not by coincidence at all.
There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted.
Right? It's not reusing assets at all.
Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
This guy seems like he has a Ningguang body pillow, just saying.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang. Sure, the item
They're
may
all
look
just her
pretty
fans.
ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Yeah, no. It's gonna be worth like 100 mora, if that.
Well, did you find the answer yet?
It's because everyone has faith in your judgment and assessment.
That's certainly part of it. But every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves. Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them.
If that, if not that, then what else?
You'll see shortly. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction. Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
So she, thinks they're all dumb.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of
Can I
things like
punch
these?
this guy?
They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed...
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there.
She's gonna kill him.
Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
No, it's in yours, you
Let me
idiot.
answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours.
Snap,
and
snap.
those of your fellow bidders today.
I love her so much.
Wait, you mean...
She's gonna use the money to buy them back.
Attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of.
No wonder they had such blind faith.
So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust, or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
Why do you want Ningguang to be so bloodlust? Oh my gosh, Abby. I mean, I know I said it too, but you're like, just do it, just do it, just do it, Ningguang, kill him.
Alright, fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end.
It all makes sense now.
The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims.
It would be entertaining just to see her like start building up her little charge rocks and just like dropping it on their heads.
I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
It definitely suits your mood.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual
But
sentiment.
we're entertaining, Abby, because we're crazy.
At most, a little childish perhaps. which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile?
The explosion?
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains. Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
I hope you can get all your things back too.
Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
That's such a good one. I might be hanging this one up in my Serenity pot. That is so good. I hate this event, by the way, guys. I hate it. It's so boring. Like, literally, the last event was Lantern Rite. Before that, it was Wind Trace. They have been so much fun. What were they thinking with taking pictures of a Tanuki with like 3 hours of conversation for everyone? It sucks. I was doing it on stream and it took me an hour and a half to get through all of the conversation and stuff for just like 2 of them. I just started skipping it. It's so much dialogue, and it's not voice acted. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a decent story. And it's cute. There's just no need for so much dialogue. Sorry, just had to grab my flowers. Always need my flowers. Alright, now let's go to quests. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Like, I do not mind the quest itself. But I definitely mind how long it takes. Are we all the way going back, like, to here? What? I guess the last 3 endings must be over here. Is the Lantern Rite still, like, up? Because I had people saying that they wanted my help to do it, but, like, no one asked me to after that one stream when we actually did it. That didn't happen, what?
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture. As a member of the Liu Qixing, my usual job is, for example,
Shush.
Baisha has always been. I'm sure she was
Back to the topic at hand. By shall and by when, I can go through the methods I use, all in a day's work for... Currently, there are 100 and... Yes, I'll go through the most first. Is then a discussion. Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. You need to take ample knowledge of all... I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
Pretty much.
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on... Already?
Wonderful. Then I'm grateful for your... If anything else is
Take care, Lady Ningguang. Don't you think that this schedule is a bit...
Ningguang hasn't taken a vacation in a long time, I'll bet.
That's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
But the work will always be there.
I see where you're coming from. Yes. All right then.
Dude, we get a day off with Ningguang. Let's go.
Ningguang has plenty. There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I
hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so
too. We just like decided for Ningguang. She doesn't even know.
Yes, I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
The same as
That's
usual.
Good. I was worried. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule?
Take a look for yourself.
I imagine this must have taken Baisha completely by surprise.
Yes, but she said she'd leave it up to me.
Sure. There's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
You don't take many breaks, huh?
I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated. Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue.
True, true, true.
So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
Let's do something you never normally have time for, or you never normally have the opportunity to do. So this is like out of her comfort zone. This is something she likes to do but doesn't have time for. This is something that she wants to do but hasn't done it yet, I'm assuming. So let's do this one first.
Something I never have time for. Ah, have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
Isn't it called Leeway?
Yes. It's
I wasn't
based
even gonna
on
try with that
classic
word.
chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess. I'm constantly revising and expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions.
What an ambitious project.
True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
How do we get people interested in it?
I think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osio.
Sounds fun. I almost forgot to ask your opinion on this, Abby. So right now, I actually love normal chess. I used to play it all the time with my aunt and my grandpa. They're the ones who taught me, you know, and I used to play it with them all the time. That's how I learned. It was a lot of fun. I still like to play it. I haven't really played it in a really long time though. Anyway, I forgot to ask you this. We're trying to come up with a mascot for the channel, something we can put as like our profile picture instead of just having it as Danganronpa characters, because that's what it's just been for the past couple months. So right now we're sketching up some like dark version of Who Tells Ghosts, because Black Soul, and we also were sketching some like cell shaded like Zhao's. I don't really know which one I'm gonna go with, but I'm assuming like kind of like the Hu Tao Ghost might be the mascot, and then just having Zhao as their profile picture kind of thing. I don't know yet, but what do you think? Because I was asking Yoko, and he was like, I don't know, up to you. And I'm like, but that's why I'm asking people, because I don't know which one I want to do. Sounds fun.
No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Leo a millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Leo chess set would be complete without you, would it? I am indeed. Many of them, in fact.
Yeah, I know. But I love Zhao so much. That's why I was thinking just doing that. That's probably what I'm gonna go with. Because when I actually like stream on my computer, which I know doesn't happen very often, because most of the games I'm playing right now are on the PlayStation. Like, you know, Persona, Genshin, Kingdom Hearts. They're all on the PlayStation. But when we do play stuff like New World and Honkai, and you know, that's on Twitch on my computer. So I have like more opportunities to like actually like set some stuff up. So I don't really know. I don't really do stuff on Twitch right now. I mean, I'm too busy to, but I would like to go back to that. So we'll see. That's why I'm asking, because I would like to go back to that now that it's kind of getting close to me graduating and stuff. I'll have more time too.
My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece. It
I'm
seems
a
only
chess
fitting
piece.
for someone of your status.
So I'm part of a marketing plan.
Naturally, since you are the face of that historic event. Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form.
Sounds great.
Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Why are we going outside for that? You don't know? It's like wizard chess. They're like giant pieces and they murder each other. Perfect. Yes, I just made a Harry Potter reference. Oh no, why are we going to the creepy perfume lady? I don't want to go there. She scares me. It might not be hers. I can't exactly remember where she is. She's one of the last two houses, I think. Why are we going to the creepy perfume lady? I hate her.
Oh, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
She insinuated that we were dating Paimon, and I wanted to punch her for it.
You already know each other?
We've met before.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone,
Shut
you know.
up!
There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever, there's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up.
Shut up.
All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take his measurements today.
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to make perfume? There was no
Yeah, while
involved
stroking
in
a knife
that.
across her face.
As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well. What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
Yes, shut up.
You are every bit as proficient as any of the top tailors in the land. I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case, you'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
She's such a B word.
What are you expecting me to do here?
Oh, I think the Traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
Stop twisting my words.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched. Come on then. Step inside and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
Abby just likes the bloodlust. Abby has the bloodlust. She just wants to see everyone die.
If
They don't got a
I hear
vision,
strange
off with
new
their
rumors
heads.
After this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler?
Abby is the reversed
or the
Raiden
chess
Shogun.
piece?
Either. Both are confidential.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far. Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
I hope you do know where the line is.
Enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come again, anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here.
Slightly.
It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward. Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
It never loads before I click it, but as soon as I do,
Lady
it does.
Ningguang. What can I do for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the Traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need. I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good.
Can
And
we
as
see the
agreed,
chess set? That'd be
please use
cool.
top-grade materials only.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit. With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time. But I haven't once followed
There's
up
a
on
Jade
progress.
Chamber in your chess set.
Yes, and just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Now I remember concern. Oh my god.
Yes, it's a challenging project, but also, not for profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past.
How so?
Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much. Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ningguang, they thought, she must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but
They just keep
completely
talking.
after the battle against Versailles. Destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
True.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you
Hello,
sacrificed
people.
the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor. It was the deal of the century. And as
If
long
you're
as you
like
keep
here, I just don't
capitalizing on
talk
it,
while they're
business
talking.
will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect
An
and why
evil
it's okay that it doesn't
mastermind
turn a
with
profit.
bloodlust.
It will be a lot of work.
According to Abby,
and
anyway.
I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how he wants it. We can't go letting him down.
Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
This better not be a confession scene. Oh, Abby.
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion.
Couldn't we just like push her?
And I, in turn, will tell you how I really
I mean, I would never do that. I love Ningguang, but she's like right on the edge.
When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
That's a lot of options. I don't think it's the first one. To do is make up for your losses. The point is that you stepped up when the time came.
Thank you. Yes. You see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface. I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what
your
needed
house.
to be done.
You
And this
blew
was a
it up.
decision that only I could make.
That had to have hurt your feelings.
Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Leo Harbor. So, to lose Leo Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term. But it just didn't work.
I
was grief-stricken.
Oh.
Like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing.
Oh, Ningguang, no! When they were rebuilding the Jade Chamber, I really hoped it would be bigger, like they would expand it, because Ningguang always talks about how she wants to expand it. You know what I mean? I was kind of disappointed that they just used the same model again. It's not! Listen, she literally just said that it hurt her immensely to lose her house that she spent her entire life dreaming of building.
Because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion. I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? But as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them. I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation, and I did it for the sake of Leo Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination. All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain.
So why did you lie?
Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine.
Oh my gosh, my dogs, god dang.
I can share only with you. The fact that
someone must have just came home because they were going crazy.
I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am.
You've done so well.
Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state. But look where I am now, standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
That's a really nice one too. Oh, why are these all so good? Like all the pictures. I have to look at this because the question mark keeps bothering me. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do this today, just saying. And I think we're gonna save the rest of the hangout for the Sunday stream, just so we have something to do besides just the normal hour of wasting our resin. So let's see if there's anything else to do, because I'm not doing just one of the raccoon things on stream either. I'll do a bunch of them. I'll probably wait till like the last day or something and just do all of them, just because I really don't want to deal with it today. We're about 2 hours in. This might be a good place to stop anyway. So, thank you, Abby, Thomas, for, coming by, stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys. Like I said, we're going to be doing like a 4-hour Persona stream to make up for the 2 that we missed. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah!